Hello again. I meant to upload this yesterday. Actually, I recorded this and uploaded it yesterday and then deleted it because I made a rookie mistake. I made sure my mic was plugged in, and the software I'm using, I made sure that it was selecting the audio from the right mic. I just forgot to push the mute button on the mic so that it was actually recording the sound. So I recorded this yesterday, spent, 10 minutes or so recording, and then when I got done, I had to turn around and delete it because there was nothing there. Just a picture of me talking and a picture of Bunnicula in the background. So today I want to talk about Bunnicula. I remember reading this several years ago. As I recall, my brothers or sisters or something, they read it when they were kids, and they talked about it. And I'm like, Bunnicula? That actually sounds kind of interesting. A vampire bunny living in the in a house with other pets and stuff. So I was older than my brothers and sisters when I read it, but thoroughly enjoyed the book. And later I got copies for myself so that I could read it to my kids. And they loved it. So if you're looking for a book that you can read with your kids, this is a good place to go, a good place to start. There's, I think, 6 books in the Bunnicula series, and they've actually made a cartoon adaptation of it. I don't know how good the cartoon is, never seen it. I've seen some artwork from it, but never seen the cartoon. So it's based on some entertaining stories, we first find out about Bunnicula in the title book, Bunnicula, A Rabbit Tale of Mystery. The family that Bunnicula ends up living with, they come back from the movies. There's the mom and dad. I don't recall if the mom and dad are ever named in the books, but they have 2 boys, Pete and Toby. They come back from the movies, and they have with them this rabbit that they found outside the movie theater. It was in a box. It had a little tag on it, and they brought it home. They decided that because they were watching Dracula in the movie theater, when they came out and they found the rabbit, they decided to name it Bunnicula. That's how it got the name. It helps that there's a little bit of what's the word? A little bit of the Dracula in the rabbit. You can see from the image here, the red eyes, the fangs, the black and the white. The black markings on the back in the book are described as making it seem as if Bunnicula is wearing a cape. So the description is heavily suggestive of a Dracula bunny, of a vampire bunny. And so Bunnicula fits. The Monroes already have 2 pets, though, at home. They have Chester and Howard. Howard is a dog. Chester is a cat. Chester is the more dynamic of the 2. He's the one that comes up with the schemes. Howard, he's a dog. He just wants to, do dog things. He's really chill as far as dogs go. And so Chester is freaking out about this rabbit because not only does it look like a vampire, but the vegetables and stuff that they feed to Bunnicula have little poke marks, 2 little puncture marks, like the neck of a person who's been drained of their blood, and the vegetables have been drained of all color. They turned white, as if they had their essence drained from them by a vampire. So Chester is very much concerned about Bunnicula maybe having evil plans for the family, and so he takes it upon himself to find out about vampires and to figure out how to defeat a vampire so that he can keep his family safe. So his motives for not liking Bunnicula initially stem from a good place. He's concerned for the well-being and the safety of his family from an obviously sinister-looking rabbit. Howard, on the other hand, he's kind of goes along with Chester initially, but like I said, he's a very chill dude. He's very much into look, I just want to lay here in the sunbeam and just, do my dog stuff. And so he does end up warming up to Bunnicula and does end up trying to help him as Chester is trying to vanquish the evil vampire in their midst. One of the funniest scenes in the book is that Chester reads in a book that in order to defeat a vampire, you have to drive a stake through its heart. So he gets a stake and tries to drive it through Bunnicula's heart. The only thing is he misunderstood the term stake to be S-T-E-A-K. So there's a scene in the book where he's got Bunnicula at his mercy, and he's got this slab of beef over the top of the rabbit, and he's using his paws to try to drive the stake through Bunnicula's heart. It's hilarious. Just the visual of a cat trying to jump on a stake to mash it through the rabbit's heart. It gets me every time. Anyway, like I said, I really like the book. I really like the series. I did, however, feel that the book ended kind of with a whimper rather than with a bang. They do end up kind of coming to an understanding. So Bunnicula's there in the house, and Chester's no longer trying to stake him. But how they get to that point in the narrative and how the whole thing is wrapped up, I felt that the climax was coming, and you could feel it building through the book. But then instead of coming up to a climax, it just kind of went and just fizzled out. But other than that, it's very good. It's very interesting to see how the pets work together and how they come to terms with each other and how they interact with the family members. And all the Bunnicula books are told from the perspective of Howard the dog. He's the one that's the narrator. And it's kind of funny the way that it gets introduced in the books is that I want to say it's the editor, but it could be actually James Howe himself that is talking. He's like sitting in his office, and a dog comes in with a manuscript in its mouth and leaves it on the desk, and it's this book Bunnicula. And after he reads it, he's like, "Oh, we gotta publish this." And he's like, "I hope we get more stories from this dog." And there's a little intro like that in all the books where the dog comes in and drops off his manuscript. So it's interesting. I haven't actually read the last book in the Bunnicula series. I still need to get that and get around to reading it. But I have read all the other ones. I do enjoy them. They're highly entertaining. They're very good if you're looking for something to read with your kids. They're short. And they're very enjoyable to read. So if you're looking for something like that, you can't go wrong with Bunnicula. If you have any comments, if you enjoyed Bunnicula, please, as I always ask, like and subscribe, comment down below. If you have a book that you'd like to get my thoughts on, please let me know. And until next time, enjoy what you're reading.